that this hero's stocks have risen up, and how you control Pugna is with that backline jump.
You have to bring everybody those runes. You have to be able to fight them. Luna helps you do that with a pretty damn good amount compared to almost any other carry. I expect a lot of clash around the mid lane here, and I expect that have it happen fast, quick, swift, and
here it comes. Bounty runes out in the field. Immediately, Liquid are going to try and battle Gaming Gladiators, but it's going to be Insania who's looking close to dying first. Tofu, he barely managed to live long enough. Holds on so Quinn can claim that coveted first blood. And even Boxy, who does have the Shikuchi, yes, but they have the Bloodseeker. They see him, but they can't hit him, at least not yet.
He's just going to have to suicide, though, I think. I don't know if you can play the lane with this little regen. The upside for Liquid, you give Quinn first blood here, but you did drain a lot of mana off him, and...
Okay, managed to dodge the dead shot, but again, still the vision from the Bloodseeker allows them to claim a second kill of the game. So not only pace, then he'll prevent the Necro from being able to get that regen, but it does become harder over time. They're going to jump on his eye here, hitting their level 2, while the Kunkka is still shy of that. Zai will manage to walk it off. They actually get pretty low here. Boxy's going to take advantage of this. He should easily be able to pick up at least one kill. Celery pops a Fairy Fire. Zai's coming in as well. Can he hit the swing required? He turns back to Dyrachyo instead. A torrent to the side and catches him. Boxy will now be able to finish him up. Unless Dyrachyo can somehow keep himself alive through getting last hits, but no. Run down by the Shikuchi. Meanwhile, on the other side of things, Tofu picks up yet another kill, but Insania's already back into it, shows up with the blood grenade. They'll have their revenge perhaps, but Mickey may cost him his life as he's going to try and limp away. Ace, dive in the tower.
Oh, it's a bad dive.
Now he gets a little bit of a stun underneath the tower. Want to turn around. Liquid will manage to pick up a double off of that when it looked like for sure it was going to be a trade-off 1-for-1.
These are just brawls of a lane, man. And already we're seeing this aura do work bottom. Pugna with such high expect Boxy to want to respond to this, or at least create pressure on Dyrachyo, try and bring him back. That's what they're doing. They're going for the kill on the Bloodseeker right now.
Forced to TP away. Barely makes it. Meanwhile, here comes that rotation, but TP immediately coming out from the Weaver, so Gaming Gladiators may not be able to go for this dive as much as they want. Nice hits though. Celery landing all of the Fire Spirits on Mickey, and that'll finish him off. Boxy's going to try and trade out on Celery, but Ace is trying to protect his support, staying close by until the dive is ready to go. Celery gets out, so kind of a trade. Like, would you rather in that situation be straight up dying as the carry and then TP back to lane instantly, or do you feel like Dyrachyo is not too happy about TPing out of the lane and missing so much CS?
I mean, I think Dyrachyo is happy with that. He's not giving a lot of that speed to Zai. It's the better of the outcome, especially when the Phoenix made the first move.
Nisha gonna be in some trouble. Instantly hit with the silence, and that's enough. Lock him down with the Reaper Sight underneath those ghosts. And while Zai is being run down by Dyrachyo as he made his way back to lane.
He's just going to go for a Midas and try and scale. Like, how does he feel the pace this game is going? Zai makes his first move with a boat. Should be enough damage here.
A lot of heroes, but Ace also has a lot of HP, and Gaming Gladiators are coming in force. Beautiful torrent that hits on 2. Zai still chasing, but the rest of his team is backed away. Now that he's been hit with the Rupture. Caught in place, and Quinn, he sees his opportunity to get at least one kill out of this one. Immediate Reaper Sight put onto the Kunkka to get that stack. And they'll call it there. Good enough from all that. Reset.
That's why the calling is going to be a very vital spell for all these gangs.
Rupture and Reaper Scythe is a deadly combo for anybody caught out like Zai is. He's going to use the boat almost immediately. See if he can get enough heals. There is going to be that boat buff to be able to help him out. They're going to pop the Supernova. They go for the Reaper Scythe kill onto the Pugna instead and leave Zai for last. And they're going to have to dive him underneath the tower. Dyrachyo's pretty sped up here. Mickey's trying to help him out, but the Stampede is going to run over Zai, and they finish him off and run through all of this. Dead shot going to miss from Tofu. And now Nisha starts putting some damage back onto Gaming Gladiators. With Boxy coming in from behind, there's potential here, but if they're fighting into the Necrophos, it's going to be pretty tough with all that sustained. So
it's coming out in some crazy turnaround. So right now, it's Gaming's opportunity to make.
I love this with Gaming Gladiators. Keep the pace up.
Straight
you
back.
Caught him out with 2 heroes dead. They probably TP'd out the lane, and Nisha is going to be caught alone with no response, and they will quickly take that tower that they beat out everybody else at this tournament with.
They want to go on him. This is the tankiest hero on the map. They finally have the vessel. Just what's prompting this, and yeah, there's the damage, right? This helps by a huge amount. Suddenly you're back on the board. You can open up some space. More charges for Nisha. It's going to propel him into the Midas. It's time for Nisha to strike back here. He's had a very slow early game, but it doesn't really matter on this hero if you can get some big core.
Get a lot of vision. Boxy. Swarm on 2. They have some magic damage to throw around. Tofu's going to have some problems with that.
Yeah, he's gone. A couple Gemini will clean him up. Early medallion for Boxy. Giving you some extra minus armor. Go for now with the Shard, the Satanic, the Butterfly. You just become insanely tanky if you can't get the initial burst damage out.
At the same time, I feel like it is kind of a single core lineup where they've got two big percentage-based damage dealers on Game of Gladiators. Tofu, he'll deal with that ward. Tornado is going to catch a mid-stampede. A bit unfortunate there, but it looks like they're going to try and catch the Invoker. They do. They got him from behind. Ace shows up, and Insania, there's no way he could do enough heals to outdo that damage from Game of Gladiators. They will both die.
Every time Liquid starts to push.
It's simply more of a counter punch lineup, right? And I think that's mostly off of the Invoker.
It is.
They try and jump somebody, then you get a Tornado. It's a great way to be able to respond to that. Easy jump there. Rupture plus Deadshot is a nice combination.
That's a time. Well, Liquid did leave their obs up there. So they have pretty good wards to smoke back to in the top lane. They can switch the map up again.
Dude, they are just targeting Nisha so hard. He shows up. Again, Insania's behind him with the heals, but it's just not enough, man. Way too much damage. And again, it means Insania, because he couldn't heal up his core enough. His core dies, and so will he.
And this was Liquid responding. They brought Mickey, they brought Zai, they brought Boxy to this bottom lane to try and turn this. You talked really with Ags on Zai. It's a pretty fast Torrent Storm for an offlane Kunkka.
Spotted Boxy. Love the fact he's carrying his own dust. Time-lapse straight back into the silence of the Blood Rites.
Nowhere to run in this matchup. Absolute death sentence.
Look at all this deep vision that game.
Burst coming out on gaming.
Yeah.
You just gotta pray you can hold your ground. BKB forced from Dyrachyo.
That is definitely a small win here. Even better if they can get the egg in time, and it looks like they've got it no problem. Oh, Ace! It was a good attempt. If he hit Zai too, there was a chance for the Phoenix to survive.
Another X
now.
Yeah, he got him.
Yeah, they're going to be able to get him off the vision from the Sunstrike. He gets him off the X, pull him back in.
Oh, nice.
He's going to land. Mickey pushed back by the Deadshot. But Ace, he's going to be left alone. Gaming Gladiators cutting their losses, and I think it's a smart play. Liquid did catch them out there, and they accept that.
Bloodseeker's not connecting to that fight. Yeah, that's just a green light for Mickey to join it. Gets the cleanup. This will push him towards that BKB, flying out right now.
Yeah, he doesn't have it though.
Yeah, where is it?
He has pushed that tower without actually having that one. He's going to be in some serious trouble unless his Torrent can stop the Reaper's side, but Quinn is way too tanky. He's not dying to this, and he does bring down Mickey. The BKB only works if you get it out of your stash and into your inventory.
That is a big timing to give up right there. Oh, he's thinking about it.
Once again, trying to pull heroes out of position. Game of Gladiators are not afraid of fighting under this. They have a high ground ward.
Yeah, he does. He wants anybody but Quinn right here.
Yule Scepter to hold Zai in place. Quinn, Spirit Vessel put onto him. They have the Torrent Storm, but he gets away thanks to the Shard. But they do manage to pick off that support. Tofu goes down, and they back away. They check for high ground vision. It's not there. Dyrachyo, he's actually cut in from behind. Zai's already so low. The boat's coming in trying to help him out, but I don't think Liquid can really fight this anymore. Too many heroes from Game of Gladiators, and yeah, they're going to be losing 2 off this one. Godlike spree for Quinn. The man is just absolutely untouchable, and Dyrachyo, his aggression is very off potentially here as he's going in so deep. Oh no, that's too much, Dyrachyo. They will maybe still catch Nisha. Yes, the Rupture holds him in place. Maybe he feels that's worth it. Maybe he's not the real carry. After all, Quinn is the one dictating the strength of Gaming Gladiator in these fights.
Egg Roshan contest now. This is pretty damn difficult because your opportunity to find supports on the backline and start on them is very limited around this pit.
Celery deep in the corner. How do you get this guy out of here? What a torrent, though. All 3, that's beautiful, but immediately the BKB going up. They are doing a lot of damage. The Necropros is getting low. Can they finish?
Oh, side.
Low, and it's just cleaning up with the glades. And Celery dove on through the pit, but he missed the Aegis. He was barely outside of that range. Gaming Gladiators, they thought we are too strong to be beat right now, but that there, Luna, even more buff ups. You say, you know, you've got so much to put on this Luna. You start putting some item upgrades in there like Lincoln's. That's that would help do a lot to protect against Quinn. He just jumps in so deep there. The Eclipse is going to be doing a lot of damage. The Meteor on top of that one with a quick full heal. Mickey aiming to finish off that tower. The Reaper sight's going to go off, but Mickey on his BKB, and Quinn is getting burned out here. They couldn't even get through the Aegis. And overstepping now, Dyrachyo thinks they're just diving after Mickey, but again, he has the extra life. Even if they succeeded in that, it was still a failed plan for Gaming Gladiators right outside of their own base.
And Ace left wondering, guys, on the initiation, what the hell are we doing here? It's just too much Ubis, right? You think you're too tanky, you think you have too much regen, but the BKB timings and the Vessel's doing work here, and now they're gonna drag you back in gaming.
Full Celery out of position.
Game is crumbling for them very fast.
He comes back down to the Tornado into the Sunstrike, pops before he can use the Supernova.
All it takes is one bad Torrent to ruin your day here. As Zai has just turned this game around, and now all of a sudden you're facing down the barrel of a Luna with Aegis, a Butterfly, Grow.
As the Aegis expires, he picks up a Satanic. So even if that second life is gone in 50 seconds, he will have additionally a second life thanks to Satanic.
You gotta wear through this. You're looking down a second lane potentially. I mean, Mickey is just taking names right here, plus Sunstrikes.
Oh, and a man dodge stops Ace entirely from getting that initiation. They're going to keep the pressure up with the barracks being revealed. They're going to try and burn out Mickey from a distance, but Insania can keep him healed up, even if there are no heroes to lifesteal off of. And they're actually just going to be able to walk away.
Eyeing him up.
Spotted here. This is what this Invoker, I feel like, has been so good at throughout the tournament, is being invis, running around the map, and finding these heroes who are trying to find some...
Dyrachyo!
Oh, Dyrachyo, what happened? Gone in an instant trying to help out Ace, and it looks like somebody must have... Oh, screen bug. Seeker does it for them, and they straight up go for the high ground from here. They're likely to still catch Ace as they've got him dead to rights in so many different ways. The X marks the spot, the Torrent to pull him back in. Yeah.
By the way, that was double damage on Mickey, so that's another reason that Dyrachyo just got shredded there.
So
the upside down, if you don't get that burst and shorten the extension of that fight, Zai's gonna take it over.
Quinn,
the problem with Kunkka.
He was trying to cut waves because he knows the final push is coming in, so he's hoping to be able to buy a few more seconds, but he's gonna get caught out here. He is 100% dead, but he does have buyback. So he's gonna have to use this for some desperate final hold from Gaming Gladiators. They can't afford any pickoffs, but if they can get a pickoff on Boxy, that would help delay things a little bit. The Lincolns, though, is gonna prevent the rupture, and he's out. And Luna is so good at being able to siege down tier 4s with those bouncing glaives. Getting pretty low already off that bit of burst. See if they can get him again. The Manta dodges. Mickey, he is so on point with it, but he does get burned out anyway. Second life. BKB and Cheese are going to be ready to go for this one. Immediately feared up, though. Does get off the BKB. Turns around, fights Dyrachyo. Dyrachyo has to get out of there.
That's BKB down, though. Ace, he wants to punish it. He doesn't get the stop, though.
They need to be able to slow down Liquid, but Liquid actually going to turn underneath the Supernova, though. That one is going to be a little bit sticky, and Quinn jumps forward, takes his opportunity to the Reaper's side, but no! The save comes out just in time. Back to full he goes. He gets the cheese off, and now he's ready to rumble.
Oh, what a time-lapse timing. Just when you think you're going to get a Reaper kill after all the BKBs and the Glimmers are down, no. Boxy is waiting for you.
Picks up that
right
Aghanim just in time for
Yeah, that was literally just flown in. And they'll get another buy out. Create a situation where you force Ace to jump, and then Mickey's going to have a good fight.
There it is. Pull him out of position. Hit him with the nullifier. See if they can get that BKB out of him, but Quinn doesn't hit the button. Hold strong for now, but they are taking damage on their tier 4s. The Megas start streaming in. Nice Torrent into Cataclysm, beautiful setup, and that's going to be Ace going down with no buyback. And Mickey sees his opportunity now to be able to hit the tier 4s. Gaming Gladiators back away. The throne is going to be exposed. Dyrachyo tries to come in, sliced and diced by the Glaives. No contest whatsoever. They can take down anybody they want on the side of Gaming Gladiators. Liquid will complete the comeback in style and take it at 43 minutes.
And for his
you just need to pick something that's stable in the lane that will sit there and allow you to go pressure the enemy mid.
But a lot does come down to the first 10 minutes here. And we saw Liquid go toe-to-toe with Gaming in that game 1. Now, Gaming came out a little bit ahead on
Dyrachyo, you can't be forward to die already in this lane, but he does.
That is not a kill I expect. This is a double range lane versus a Tide. Might get him here.
Yeah, he's going to be routed a little bit. He's going to back away. Does leave Tide alone in the 1v1, and that's not where he wants to be. He does not want to be in a situation where he's just a simple melee hero against the Razer, but Celery does get run down eventually. Boxy claims the second kill of the game.
Already 2-0. I mean, he's just hoping he has some ancient stacks or something to fall back on at this point. It's not going to be one of those Tide lanes where you get a hammer and just start beating down the tower.
First rotation coming out from Liquid, double supports, but at the same time from behind, there is going to be this Pango showing up. If they can finish off Dyrachyo, it'd be worth it, but they can't quite get him. He's hidden away into the trees. Dyrachyo's out of sight, and now Zai gets bumped back. He goes for Insania instead, an easier kill for sure, and Dyrachyo is the one to claim the turnaround kill.
It's just bringing numbers, outnumber the core, create a situation where if you get the big kill on these tanky boys, you get so much XP back.
Yeah, so they make a move bottom, and if that doesn't work, make the move on top with Nisha. And Ace doesn't have his level 6, so he's pretty squishy once caught by some disables.
This is exactly what you want to do. Just find these cheeky core pickoffs, because every time you do, you can leave the lane. Now you can leave Phoenix lineup, because you can catch these two supports back there and take them out of the fight, even with a single torrent.
Oh, they caught it just before the Rolling Thunder gets off, but still saved by the silence from Tofu, and they could still try and chase down Nisha here. Hit him with the dead shot, push him into the bear. The phase boots chasing after him, slow him down, immediately got entangled, but he did have that illusion rune. Quickly dispels that. Rolling Thunder on its way, the big ball. It's Nisha, once, twice. Ravage, though, on the side, though. No follow-up to this Rolling Thunder. Quinn's going to be left alone now as he's caught in the X. That magic immunity will not last forever, and he's pulled back into his death.
See, he's just going to push up here and give him the vision and maybe just push in the mid-tower. This is a very deep smoke, very important smoke for gaming if they can hit this. They are a little too slow.
Oh, Mickey might walk back into it.
Or are they?
Here.
The greed.
Perfect opportunity. Mask Man is going up, but Mickey cannot get far away in time. The dead shot repositions him right into that, not even needing the Rolling Thunder to hit a few times. And Duraccio already made this rotation over, so
Mickey just wanted one more ancient stack, and I'll pay the price. Also, I think the itemization on gaming, it's interesting, because you went this Midas on Duraccio.
Yeah.
So this is, you know, not the BKB rush. He's not going to join some early fights. Another boat on Quinn with the Crep Ampin. See you later.
There's a good
double damage on Nisha, prompting a liquid smoke. Looking for the Razer down here with the duo that has bursted cores the whole game. Gonna be an awkward angle. They should get it.
Got him. Magic damage coming in. It's too much.
Man, this single combination between the decrep and all the magic damage, very effective, very efficient on the map. You're not committing numbers for these ganks. Look for Mickey mid, get some mana burn. Quinn again diving very deep.
Rolling Thunder gets off, but he's already at half health. He's gonna have to run away, especially with Nisha showing himself on a double damage. Nice dead shot to keep him away. They want to make sure the X marks the spot, doesn't hit that Pango and get him pulled back after the Rolling Thunder. Instead it hits Celery, but immediately pops the Supernova, and they're actually kind of in a bad position here. The Torrent Storm does well. That's going to help.
Behind.
Dead shot, push him back into the silence. Quinn's trying to limp away. That double damage is dangerous, but he doesn't have the attack speed to get the swing in.
Two kills. Overextending in the river as Ace. Not if you're giving up heroes in the river at the same time. And remember, a lot of this game to me is about the lone Drew pace versus how much the Tidehunters make the fights.
Blink gets disabled. He is tanky though. Making his way back to the tier 2. Nisha's here on top of that one. He's going to throw it. Oh, what a hit! What a big
them all.
with the follow-up of the boat. Isn't enough burst damage, though. It's not quite enough. They need a little bit more. The heals start coming in onto Nisha. They prioritize keeping people alive while Zai jumps forward to try and finish up this bear. And the bigger bear, Quinn, rolling interception, trying to stop these heroes from pushing in, but they kill the bear and the big one, and they both go down together. Game and Gladiators will lose both their supports and this lone druid that they have funneled so much gold into. This is the second time in this series that he's picked up his BKB and immediately has to use it defensively.
It's just not what you want.
Trying to jump onto Quinn. Once again, the X stops the Rolling Thunder. The burst magic damage is so good against this Pango. They have just enough disables and just enough magic damage to finish him off.
This is a strong push. Catapult's going to remain up. I mean, where's the poke? They're letting Liquid get a lot of damage for free here. No swashbuckles, no fire spirits.
Luna Siege, it is all the more dangerous once your tier 3 is down and you start getting those bouncing glaives into play. Exactly. Trying to pull Duraccio out of position, almost got him, but he pushed a little bit over to the side instead. Harpoon pulling in the Kunkka. Now
committed rolling.
Follow this one up.
He has no BKB, you gotta remember.
Yeah, it's gonna be Nisha dying straight up immediately. Now Liquid left in a 4 versus 5. He's gonna stand his ground, but Quinn, what a hit on through with a swashbuckle, almost finishing up. The Radiant's gonna run down Mickey on his first life. He's gonna come back, and there's nobody left alive. No
absolute disaster.
Whatsoever of Liquid. They are absolutely gonna be losing 4 here, and absolutely nothing claimed on the side of Liquid. What a disaster.
Didn't even get to use the Ravage. He has his 2 big items completed. So it's not like he's hurting the timing of anything here. He just gets free armor and Agi galore. Another Rolling Thunder on Nisha.
Nisha could force half up to the high ground. Helped out by the supports. They have the anchor on Quinn. but they don't feel good about taking this one, especially with Duracho getting right in the middle of them with his BKB.
Just
they
where
pop
he
the
wants
flop
to be.
still, and Mickey is actually okay with fighting this one for now, but they retreat.
Yeah, but look at Ace.
BKB.
Look at Ace in the pack.
Away, and yeah, Ace sees his opportunity. He's going to be able to catch up to Mickey, slow him down. The Torrent Storm trying to help him out. Another force tap, but he won't get far enough away. The carry of Liquid is dead for 60 seconds, and they're on the run now. 2 dead. Game and Gladiators playing some clean Dota now after a bit of a rough game 1.
And sometimes Ace hurts. That was a value glyph. Absolutely value here. Gaming, they're smoked. They wanted to flank. Wanted to backstab that push from Liquid. You know if they get on the back line, they're happy with the fight. You take this Pugna and Ench out. Duracho, he is just going to run in. Man does not give a damn.
He gets ravaged.
Or does
and
he?
They burst him down in time. The Rolling Thunder is going to try and stop things, and Duracho gets off his BKB. Now he's going to be able to fight back. Mickey forcing forward, trying to put the damage onto Duracho, but underneath the Supernova, there's Dragon's Eye back into it, and Mickey has to start running away, but the Bear is on the other side.
Cleaning house.
Sandwiches Liquid in this, and they are done for in this fight. They cannot stop the Bear. Liquid, another aggressive engagement from them, another utter disaster. They trade 1 for 5. They don't need the Razer to hit high ground.
This time, no blind 3-man Torrent for you.
They're still gonna try and take a fight. Though it seems like Game and Gladiators are aware of this situation. They are going to be pushing in.
It's all on Zai. You need a good Ravage jump on support.
And he gets the green initiation. It's just the Phoenix and maybe that lone druid. Backline still got up the Supernova, and now comes the Rolling Thunder. The A dies, but are you going to be able to fight this one? Once again, they're trying to kite out this BKB of Mickey. Duracho's in deep though, wanting to make use of this Aegis. Clear space for the rest of the team.
Oh, that Torrent Storm.
Disarming a lot of them, and Torrent Storm bouncing off Game of Gladiators up
Bear
in the air.
dead.
And this team fight is too much.
No summon.
The Bear dies before Duracho's back into play. Well, they're running out of firepower. Mickey's low, but he's getting the heals out from Boxy. Is he able to stay alive here? Another tidal wave coming in, trying to help him out. The disarm helps a bit, but they realize it. They have run out of power. They start retreating. They cannot save Mickey. They'll leave whoever is left behind. It's going to be 3 down on the side of Liquid, but it was a fair engagement to them. They were trapped up against an Aegis, and they still managed to do okay.
There's also that looming in the bottle right now, and he's just ninja gearing in.
Zai puts himself on the front lines. They're immediately going to pounce onto him. Seeing if they can chase him down, slow him down, pull him back in as much as possible. They're trying to reset. He did manage to get a blink away. So they are fully resetting off this one. The refresh immediately puts to use. Duracho,
it's a man fight.
One fight against Mickey. He's going to be able to win it. He is. No problems there whatsoever. And he doesn't give a damn about your water park ride, Mr. Kunkka. He's going to fight through this one. Oh, the Rap's coming up. He's going to maybe be
still alive.
He gets a little bit of life going out, but Duracho is still up. The last little bit of damage coming out from Insania is not going to be enough. Duracho this time. He mans up this time. He challenges Team Liquid, and he is the one left still standing in the end.
Puts Mickey in the dirt with that second BKB. No way Luna wins that man fight in round 2. It was good kiting initially from Liquid, but the longevity here in the items, the satanic. And this Razer aggression has paid off in game 2.
And with the Bear, they can end it right here, right now. Liquid.
Game 2 win for sure here. So we're going to get a game 3 between these two teams. An absolute beauty of a series right now as Gaming strike back with a lineup that very
versus the backline heroes of Liquid. It also would have been a way to pressure the Terrorblade, but Puck's coil makes it hard.
In hand, and we'll see whether or not what happens in game 3, whether or not they're going to elevate each other or if the pressure breaks these teams down, and who's going to remain the strongest in the end when they need it most. Ace is going to be in some trouble here, surrounded by Liquid members, and that'll be first blood to Mickey.
Nice looking for that 3 to 5, and you really want to get kills or good lane pressure out of the skeletons. Just hasn't happened for Ace so far. Back
going to be in trouble here. He gets one last stomp off before he goes.
Level advantage. Yep, double range, both level enough regen.
Yeah, Centaur starts with 0 armor, so the physical damage of Weaver is actually kind of a problem here. Picks up the water rune away from Nisha. Quinn continuing to have Nisha's number.
Box.
But, looks like they're going to go for this Furion kill and get it, but it's going to be a trade-off. Boxy gives up his own life, and Duracho is going to be happier for it as he puts the damage back onto Zai as he tries to get out of the way.
For Duracho, top of the board here. These extra kills mean a lot for Weaver in this early game in terms of a snowball carry. This is probably the best one in the meta. They're straight back onto Zai bottom, and it should be a pickup here with that blood grenade taking him out.
It's great reads from Game of Gladiators. In fact, they get the kill on the top lane as well. Seeing the Skywrath Mage TP mid, they knew it was perfectly fine to be able to dive a Centaur like they're doing, and now they're just trickling in one by one. Boxy underneath the towers being assaulted. They can't really do much about it. He's going to try and hide, healing salve a little bit just to stay alive long enough for the Centaur to get here, but it's too late. Zai cannot punish Dyrachyo.
And the creep wave went past that tier 1, so Zai lost the flag bearer creepy team, propel themselves to a podium finish. So far in this game 3, it's looking solid.
Power runes well controlled by Gaming Gladiators. It looks like top lane.
Oh, that's a big rune.
Double damage. Quinn trying to pounce, misses out thanks to the phase shift, but does manage to nade him with the remnant, and the dead shot from across the screen shows up for Tofu to get the last hit, but if they can get Quinn in return, Quinn knows he can't get away, so he'll accept his fate.
I mean, he's probably happy to get the kill on Nisha, shut Nisha down. That's a big swing in XP for him that is even the raindrop just getting broken down here as Quinn hunting for this next wave into the power rune. Tofu lingering around as well. I mean, this is one Liquid want to contest for sure. They're going to break both supports.
They know this dive is going to be coming, trying to pull him back into the calling, and it was enough. Beautifully executed by Gaming Gladiators. Just as Insania and Boxy were making the rotation through the river, it could not have been better executed. It could not have been better timed. Considering how reliant Liquid is on burst. Right? Their first 4 heroes we see in this game are all magic damage burst. They want to be able to get the numbers advantage. That Aghanim Scepter could ruin that entire concept. Coil underneath tower. Calling hits him a second time with the dead shot, pushing him back in. Tofu is playing this Muerta beautifully.
Showing the strength of it too. This is just not a spell you can dodge. And Nisha is struggling in this mid lane, getting outnumbered constantly, not winning the rune battles. Quinn outlaned him slightly and it created the advantage.
Oh, didn't get the silence off in time. He got off the Shikuchi as a result. And now they're going to turn. Quinn's going to show up with the astral steps and catch Zai. Going for more now. Dyrachyo offering the high five as he picks up the courier instead of going for the supports.
Liquid's up inside. So you build up these streaks, you give away a couple pickoffs. Suddenly, Mickey, he's going to be in a decent position.
Zai taking so much damage, the Vanguard plus the Chainmail, and it's still not enough to protect him here. Tofu does get pops. Does Nisha pay the price for it? Managed to dodge some of that damage thanks to the phase shift, and there's a lot of heroes here. Quinn's gonna back away with this haste. Wait till Dyrachyo brings some reinforcements. He's gonna jump onto Boxy, see if he can burst him down. He does so beautifully with the Wrath of Nature coming in. That high level of Celery is finally gonna be able to pay off. Even if they don't collect the kill on Zai, just maintaining control of this area.
Need this Mystic Flare.
Stampede barely gets him out. Boy, that Solar Crest combined with the Weaver burst damage was pretty tough to deal with. The coil, but the orb doesn't land. So they're gonna miss a bit of damage here, but it looks like they can run down Tofu all the same. He gets off the calling, gets off a little bit damage before he falls. 12-minute power rune. Can Liquid claim one for themselves finally?
13 and a half minutes here. In fact, 13 on the dot. He finishes it on the courier.
It's going to be crazy good timing. A pickup, they have to get this. They committed so many heroes for it. They do manage to bring down Dyrachyo. Almost got Celery as well. Zai just barely outside of that range.
This game out.
Pick off on Mickey here behind the tier 2. Celery completes the TP, spots Mickey. Quinn gets behind him now. See if they can burst him down. They've got plenty of silences and stuns to make sure there's no chance at a Sunder. And thanks to the skeletons, they can get some good damage onto tier 2. Meanwhile, Dyrachyo dodged a gank attempt. So they were both gunning for the enemy carry, but it's...
The Terrorblade can do some work, particularly if he can get a Sunder off in a fight, if he's not debilitated by the calling silence here. Those are the things that have to line up here, which is why you need Zai and Nisha to create the initiation or at least take the brunt of the go. The Echo finished for the Void Spear here as
that is going to be a little bit troublesome. Breaks the smoke move and goes for the pickoff onto Tofu. It's not immediate. In fact, Insania, who tried to jump forward to finish him off, is going to be running into the silence. They trade out supports, though. Zai trying to find a target somewhere in this, only stomping up Celery, but Celery doesn't care. He's pretty tanky. In fact, he turns around. Mickey is going to be stalled up. They do manage to bring down the Wraith King the first time, while the Skywrath Mage is going to be left victim to Dyrachyo's aggression. Mickey now trying to get out, but too many heroes are there. A double kill for Quinn and a 1-for-4 exchange for Gaming Gladiators.
Muerta can have that stun initiation that brings your supports into the fight. It's a big component that's missing. They continue to look for it, and Dyrachyo continues his hunting spree.
Yeah, he's got Decrepify, so he's going to be okay for a
Squishy,
small
too.
window of time. The silence is lasting on to Dyrachyo. Oh, we barely got off that time lapse. That was a close call, but he does it, and because maybe he lives here, still hit by the coil. A little bit more damage is all they need. The Shukuchi lasts so long, though. He's going to get another round off. They are going to follow this orb, but it's not going to be enough. Nisha's not going to catch him. He gets up Tofu and Quinn. Just like that last game where we saw the killing power of the Pugna plus Kunkka go to work, this combo has been equally deadly. They're going to try and put it to work on Zai once again, slowing down his Blink Dagger time and time again. The dead shot does not land. Can Quinn finish the job? He's going to jump in, but immediately gets stopped up, and the overextension. Oh, he's got just a little bit left. Oh, he gets away to simulate on out, and they cannot finish the job. Even Insanity on the other side. Quinn doubles back, sees the support trying to get the kill, but he dances away freely, and now Insania has got himself killed as well.
2,000 HP on a mid backline jumper. I mean, that is the Echo Ogre Club build paying off for Quinn here, and also he's going to be running around immune for 9 seconds. But we did get the Scotty on Mickey, and this is one of the big comeback mechanisms for Liquid. If you can get a good fight with a reflection on Ace with Scotty just kiting out these heroes.
Seller cuts him off, but oh, 10 HP, he does die in the end. Meanwhile, mid lane, they actually are fighting this one out. Quinn, one hit, once again survives on just a little bit of damage. He actually went for that kill, you madman. The block, the shield is just enough. They get Celery out of it, but Mickey, he's going to be in trouble. As soon as Zai dies, they're going to turn all their attention over to this guy. He gets it just on the tip. Quinn survives and gets Mickey killed with his final touch.
2 minutes left on the Aegis here. Do you go high ground?
Yeah, I mean, they already picked it down to half, so
yeah,
as well.
You are going high ground.
They're going to try and burst him, take away that Aegis as quick as possible. Not enough. Zai dies for pretty much nothing, because Dyrachyo just shrugs off that damage with the time lapse, and the glyph will only stall Gaming Gladiators for so long. Liquid, they are in desperate straits now. A little bit of heal put onto Mickey, but you don't have to worry about the heroes if you're Gaming Gladiators. You can focus on the objectives.
Yeah, just wait for Ace to jump right. These reflections are what hurt. If Mickey keep getting these off, this is what will actually deal the damage in the fight. That's why
that radius back around. Instant silence under the coil. Is it enough damage though? Once again, he's held in place, but he's too tanky. Mickey can't quite commit. Not with Gaming Gladiators. The rest of heroes surging forward. They got that one kill. Immediate buyback though from Insania to hold this lane. A Barracks is getting an item. It's not like, oh, we gave up 2 lanes to Barracks, but now we have this. This will help us win everything. As, oh, Nisha gets caught up by that one. Phase shift, he's able to blink away. The clawing's going to be a problem, but he does manage to blink, but straight into the arms of Dyrachyo. Easily takes up that kill and looks for more. Insania's going to be cleaned out. That's a dieback for him. Zai dies right next to the fountain. Gaming Gladiators are way too strong for Liquid right now, and they're going to go for the killing blow by taking Megas in the bottom lane. Again, there is really nothing rolling in for Liquid. Mickey is desperately trying to farm up with DKB, but he's one whole component away.
Ace right back in.
Almost one-shotting Boxy. Barely even needed Quinn's help.
Yeah, I mean, you got to go with this meta. 5 seconds on the cooldown for Mickey. Just praying he has enough time to get this, use it, make something happen.
Managed to grab him, dies again. Zai.
Where's the team? They're all dead. I mean, meta.
Mickey against the world. Ace immediately going to jump onto him. Anybody help out Mickey? No chance at Asunder, and GG is called. Gaming Gladiators will do it for the 22nd time this season. They will bring down Team Liquid. They've had their number all year round, and they will prove it on the biggest stage that Dota 2 has to offer.